How to recover gold from e-waste without using hazardous acids. On the motherboard, we have a variety of chips. These chips are not the processor, although that does have gold, but we'll talk about that later. You have a chip, it's called a BGA, B as in boy, BGA. And it's a gold corner BGA. And typically there's at least one on motherboards. Sometimes there's more. What you want to do is you want to pop that sucker off. It's square, it's black, and a little corner, a little bit of gold. You pop that guy off, and if you cut it in half or cut it into little pieces, you'll see little, they're strands. They're gold bond wire strands. And when you get enough of them, you can actually weigh them and you can actually get some money for them. The stats on BGAs is if you can get about, I think it's about a kilo, about 2.2 pounds, you can get roughly 10 grams of gold. And right now, 10 grams of, I think it's like $100 a gram. So we're talking about $1,000 if you can get enough of these BGAs. And the BGA is the highest gold per weight chip on the motherboard. The next highest is called a flat pack. That's also a square, it's black, and it's got legs on all four sides. I don't know the stats on that, but again, it's the next highest. After that, there's a chip. It's called an IC chip. It's got legs on two sides, and then it's the next in line for the highest weight in gold. So BGA, flat pack, and then the IC chip, the inline legs on both sides. Okay, what do you do with these guys? How do you extract the gold? What you want to do is you want to collect a good amount of them. I don't know how much that is for you, but let's say you can even mix them. That's fine too, but it causes some issues. You get a ton of these. What you want to do is you want to roast them. That's basically just heat them up in a pan or in a tin cup. Make sure that there's air coming in through the top, so that helps. I guess that helps aerate. That helps have the chips change color. So as soon as you roast them, and you know that they're roasted when they turn white. Once they turn white, you can go in there and start crushing them up into little bitty pieces. Now make sure that the white dust, the ash on your fingers, you try and get as much of that off and put it back in the pan. Once it's all ashy, you want to filter it. So take out a bunch of big pieces. There's going to be some more metal and some other little stuff that was inside these chips that you want out. You don't want that stuff mixed in. You filter that out. Then you take a prospector's pan or a gold panning pan. The old timey guys, it's like a disc that big and has in the pan. It's got little ridges. You put some water. You put some of that ash in there. You put some water in there, and you start shaking that guy. Try and get that water and all the ash to come off, which is lighter than the gold. The gold should sit at the bottom of the pan. Once you do that enough, you'll start seeing the gold accumulate. Now, you might be losing some gold by panning it, but I guess you can pan that into another bucket and then repan that. Okay, that's just one of the issues with trying to extract this gold without using harsh chemicals, hazardous chemicals. You might lose some. Once you take all that ash off and you're left with the gold, you get all that gold and you put it into a crucible. It's a fancy word it's a ceramic cup that people use to heat it up, to heat up items, heat up metal or whatever, glass, whatever. You get all that gold, you put it in the crucible, you get some borax. Borax it's non-hazardous. The borax will basically clear out any of the foreign objects. So any dust or whatever debris that's still in there, hopefully the borax will collect it. Anyway, so you put all the gold that you got in there, a little bit of borax, use a blowtorch. You heat that guy up, and then at the end it'll come out to a BB or a button, depending on how much gold you have in there. Once you got that, here's one of the issues without using hazardous acids is that the carat of the gold, the concentration of the gold, you don't really know because each one of these chips might be a different carat gold. So it could be anywhere from 8 carat to 24 carat. But because you're mixing them, who knows what it's going to end up being. Anyway, what you could do is you can save that gold for yourself, like some people do, or you can go take it to a refiner or a gold broker, and they'll buy it from you. They can actually assay the gold and tell you the actual carat, the mixed carat of it, and they'll pay you accordingly. Now, if you want to keep more of the gold, meaning not losing all that from the pan, and also increase the value by increasing the carat of the gold, then you're going to have to use a little bit more, some hazardous acid, but it's not very much. If you want to learn how to do that, watch the next video.